What is going on YouTube? It is Killer Bunny, and today I'm bringing you two matches, one OU and one UU, with a good friend of mine that I actually met in Pokemon Showdown. He's an amazing OU battler. I'm definitely going to leave his YouTube link in the description. He doesn't post videos as of right now that I know of, but you can private message him, get in contact with him, set up some OU battles. He's really good. I really recommend that you go and battle him. So yeah, today he brings a not so threatening team. These were actually two teams that we were just trying out for the first time. So this is UU, and yeah, I was just trying out this team, honestly. I just wanted to see if the light screening Azelf was good. Honchkrow was kind of random with Moxie because, you know, I potentially could sweep with it. Not with this team, not with his team, but I potentially could sweep with it if there's no resistance on Brave Bird. But anyway, the only threats that I see on his team is Flygon and Cobalion. You will see that what I do with Flygon is a game changer. If I hadn't taken out Flygon when I did, the game would have went totally different, and he most likely would have won if I wouldn't have taken out that Flygon. But anyway, I'm going to lead with my Snorlax as he leads with Azelf, and I know he's just going to get his screens up, and my bad, when I was recording, I accidentally popped up the volume, as you've seen right there, so that was my bad. But yeah, he's just going to set up his screens, and I'm just going to go for Pursuit and get as much damage on it as I can. So he's going to switch into Cobalion, so I'm going to switch into my Azelf, get up my screens, and I'm going to go for my Stone Edge, and he's going to take out my Azelf, and that's no problem. I got my screens up, so Azelf did its work. So I go into Nidoking. I know he's not going to really want to switch because he's got a sub up, but I'm just going to go for Earth Power and let that sub fade. So he's going to switch into Flygon, and here I predict that and go for the Ice Beam and knock it out. And that will be a game changer because now I don't have to worry about anything not taking a Earth Power, because as you can see on his team, I take out this Azelf right now and everything on his team can be wrecked by Earth Power. His Hitmontop isn't that much of a threat. So I switch into Honchkrow. I really should have switched into Nidoking to take the Toxic and or Close Combat, so either way I should have just switched into Nidoking, but I was thinking, oh, Flying type, yeah, I can knock out Hitmontop, but yeah, I don't know. I just should have went for Nidoking. Anyway, he switches into Apollyon, takes a Brave Bird, then he gets off his rocks as I switch into Machamp. I know he's not going to want to take a Dynamic Punch, so I just go for a sub. He goes into Hitmontop, goes for Close Combat to break my sub, which that's fine. Okay, lower your defenses. So I go for Dynamic Punch just to get really the confusion. Look how bulky Hitmontop is. Holy crap. That is just amazing bulk. He took a Dynamic Punch like it was nothing. So I'm going to switch into my Nidoking and then go for the Earth Power. See, right there. He could have switched into Flygon and prevented that, but since I took it out, I don't have to worry about the Flygon switching. So he goes for Scald, and I just go for Slack Off. He roars me out into my Snorlax, and I believe I switch into Machamp. No, I go back into Slowbro as he goes for another Scald, and now he's going to switch into his Houndoom, which was very risky because I could have went for the Scald, predicting that, but I just go for the Trick. And he gives me Life Orb, so okay. But it doesn't matter because he just pursued, so I know he's locked into Pursuit, so I can go into Machamp and get up. Do I get up a sub? No, I just go directly for the Dynamic Punch because everything again can take a Dynamic Punch. Anything on his team cannot take a Dynamic Punch. Very good. So he goes into Houndoom as I go into Nidoking. He goes for the Fire Blast, and it does a decent chunk, and he gets the burn, but whatever. I'm just going to go for the Earth Power and knock out this Houndoom. He goes back into Hitmontop. Don't know if he's trying to bait a switch, so I just go for Earth Power. He goes for Sucker Punch. He predicts me to switch possibly into like Snorlax or something. I don't know, but he didn't go for Sucker Punch again, so yeah, I knock out that Hitmontop, so that's cool. He goes for Sub. Not sure if he's just burn stalling or if he's if he predicted another switch, which I really had no reason to switch because Nidoking had done its job. So then he just takes me out with the Stone Edge, and I go for Brave Bird as he subs, so I take out his sub, and he goes for another Stone Edge, knocks out my Honchkrow, and that's fine. Cobalion is wrecking my team. So go back into Machamp. He goes for a close combat, hoping it will take me out. It will not take me out, and I will go for a Dynamic Punch and take out the Cobalion. So good game, and very close. If I hadn't taken out that Flygon, it would have been a totally different story. But here's where the stuff really gets interesting. This is the OU match, and let me say, he told me in the beginning that he used to be in the top 100 of OU, and I believe it. He is a really good OU battler. That's why I strongly recommend it. Threats on his team: Heatran for sure, and his probably Terrakion is going to be the most threatening. Yeah, Heatran and Terrakion are going to be the most threatening. He predicted my prediction so well in this battle. It was amazing. It was just wow. So I'm going to lead with Conkeldurr, and he's going to lead with Heatran. So I'm just going to go for a Mach Punch. I should have went for Drain Punch, but either way it wouldn't do that much. So he goes into Slowbro and takes that Mach Punch. I know he's going to go for a Scald, so I go into Ferrothorn and take that really nicely. And I go for Spikes as he goes into this Magic Bouncing Espeon, so that is an amazing prediction on his part. He sets up his dual screens. I go for Draco, and it misses, so that's kind of disappointing, but whatever. I go into Gliscor and just to get up my rocks, because I know that Heatran is not going to want to take an Earthquake, especially because he doesn't have Balloon. I know again he's going to go for Scald, so I go into Blissey, take that very nicely. He goes into, he switches back into Heatran as he takes my Toxic, so another great prediction. He just sets up his rocks, and I go for a Draco, thinking he would predict the Surf and go into his either Dragonite or Slowbro. But he stays and takes that Draco like nothing. And he's going to go for a Lava Plume on my Latios, and then he's going to protect, and I go for another Draco, because I think he's going to switch again, but it's like, wow. So I'm making him think that I'm Choice Specs or Scarfed, because I'm going for a Draco and switching. And I go for Earthquake with my Gliscor, no more messing around. And I was hoping he would predict me to go for another Earthquake, but no, he predicts me to go into Ferrothorn, and he goes for a Lava Plume, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm being wrecked so far. He is predicting me so well. So I'm gonna go into Cloyster, and he's gonna Thunder Wave it, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm just gonna go into Blissey and take a Scald, hopefully. And yes, I do, without the burn, but it doesn't matter because I have Heal Bell in here, which is why I went into this Blissey, so I could get the Paralyze off of my Cloyster, because honestly, Cloyster is pretty much useless without Paralyze. So he's just gonna get up his screens, and I'm barely gonna live the entry hazards. I thought he was gonna go for another screen, but he predicted me to go into Cloyster, so he just takes out my Cloyster, so great prediction there. I go into Gliscor and he gets a crit with Psychic. Not sure if that mattered or not. It probably did, but whatever, I'm not going to stress about it. So he's going to go for another screen. I'm not sure why I went to Conkeldurr there. should have just stayed with Latios and oh, because I predicted him to like switch back into Heatran, and again he stays, and it's just like wow. So no more, you know, whatever. So I just go for Ice Beam on his Amoonguss, and his Amoonguss is Hidden Power Ice, I'm imagining, and he puts my Amoonguss to sleep as he's hitting me with hidden powers, which aren't doing that much. So I was hoping to wake up, and I'm just like, screw it, I'm gonna go into Blissey, take a Hidden Power Ice very nicely, and I'm gonna go for the heal though, because I hate sleep. I almost hate sleep more than I hate paralysis, but paralysis doesn't go away. So now that my sleep is gone, I'm gonna go back into it, take a close combat. Thought I could take it a little bit better than that, but I can't. And I was trying to bluff the Scarf here, the Choice Scarf, thinking that, you know, I'm Choice Scarf, so he can't outspeed me, and I can go for a Surf. But again, he predicts that I'm not Choice Scarf, and goes for another close combat, and takes my Latios out, which was a big threat to his team. Now I'm only with Conkeldurr and Blissey, and I don't know what to do. Just take Scalds, go for a Wish. I don't even know. Just, I can't stay in with Terrakion. I gotta go back into Conkeldurr and take a close combat. Not good at all, and die. It's just like, oh my goodness. And this game is pretty much over. So that is good game. I'm definitely gonna leave his link in the description for his YouTube, and I definitely want you Pokemon Showdown people to check him out, message him. He'll be happy to battle you and OU. So until next time, peace out YouTube.